The last several weeks have been difficult for our community, for our state, and for our country. Many are still dealing with the devastating effects of Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Maria. In Las Vegas, there are victims fighting for their lives and families coping with unimaginable loss. Perhaps more than any community, Orlando knows all too well what it means to be the target of such a hateful act. Today, we ask that you observe a moment of silence as we collectively send our thoughts, prayers, and shared strength to all those who are hurting right now. Thank you.
The DOP is downtown's chamber. It's a place for downtown businesses to come together, to network, and to improve their business.
Downtown Orlando Partnership helps people build authentic relationships with other business professionals.
It's a very friendly and welcoming organization, and evidence of that is the high participation rate.
DOP's events are a great opportunity for collaboration.
Well, DOP is known for putting on premier events that recognize downtown's accomplishments as well as downtown's leaders.
We have robust attendance, we have high engagement, energy levels are usually through the roof.
The DOP has been around for over 50 years, and in that time has done so much to help businesses grow.
Because it's been able to evolve with the needs of the membership it represents.
It's very welcoming. You're allowed to come in and join, and then you make these connections and they help you grow them.
Whether you're just beginning your career as an emerging professional or you're established and seasoned and have been around for decades, you'll find that you're at home with this group of people.
So if you want to just keep your fingers on the pulse of what's happening in downtown Orlando, DOP is the place to be.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2017 State of Downtown Address. I'm Mike Matthews with OUC The Reliable One, and on behalf of the Downtown Orlando Partnership, I am this year's DOP Board President. I'm very excited to be a part of this event. I know the DOP is very excited. We are thrilled to host this event each year and partner with our partners at the City of Orlando and the best mayor, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. Now, this event would not be possible without the support of many of our corporate sponsors and partners. So I'd like to take a moment to thank some of those. Our presenting sponsor, OUC The Reliable One, who you'll be hearing from in a moment. Our event sponsors, Austin Commercial, Baker Barrios Architects, Downtown Development Board, Highwood Properties, Orlando Magic, the Orlando Magic, Owens Realty Services, and the University of Central Florida. Our corporate block sponsors, who are listed on the screen behind me. And I'd also like to thank a couple of our additional partners who really made today special. Ace Cafe, our host venue, the Smoking Jackets Band, our awesome entertainment, and Workscapes, who did this beautiful set for today. And quickly, I'd like to thank DOP's downtown champions that are in the room today. Their logos are also not on the board, but these are our trustee members, and they're the ones who provide sustainable funding for us all through the year. So we want to say thank you to those as well. Now, to get started, I would like to introduce OUC Commissioner Dan Kirby.
Good afternoon, everybody. You guys feeling good? Mayor Dyer and the Downtown Orlando Partnership have quite a show planned for you this afternoon. So to get us off, how many of you have been to a taping of a live TV show before? All right. So you know the drill. There's a guy that comes out before the show that is the warm-up act, and that is me. So my job today, oh no, somebody says, my job, I love it. My job is to get you used to applauding and maybe laughing a little bit and ready for the show. So there's an applause sign over here. So we're going to try it a few times here. I could do this all day, but you jumped the gun. You got to do it on my signal. We're going to do it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, you guys are old pros at this. So we're here at the State of Downtown, and I've always enjoyed coming to the State of Downtown. What that means for us is it's a nice afternoon, get to leave work just a little bit early, and get to come and soak in all that is downtown Orlando. And you get to get downtown Orlando all over you, which is something good for those of us that live and work here. This is a great place. I love downtown Orlando. The only thing I don't like about downtown Orlando is leaving downtown Orlando. And speaking of leaving, we've got some departures coming up this year. So I've been able to serve you as an OUC commissioner for over 9 years now. Nearly a decade I've gotten the opportunity to do that. It's been really special to me. Well, I've learned a lot from our OUC crew. As the longest serving commissioner, I have a little tribute to our great team at OUC. And I'm going to read it to you. I have it, and I'm using only industry language here. We'll see how that works. OUC is energized about the electricity that is in the air in downtown Orlando. We are a high voltage team, keeping you up with what is current. We are the high pressure flowing to your tap. OUC is generating megawatts of capacity, but we are also transformers, connecting our magnetic mayor and his vision to power up Orlando as one of the greenest cities in America. OUC is illuminating. We light up your life with renewable energy coming from thousands of solar panels over what was a landfill and even a floating solar farm. OUC is keeping you plugged in with over 140 electric vehicle charging stations and tapping you into our commercial EV program. This will empower your surge of customers to your business and your bucket truck full of employees. We've had a watershed moment on light poles. We've replaced 31,000 street lamps with high-efficiency LED lights. So whether you're a breaker, a conductor, a conduit, or just a full load, OUC is your hometown utility, and we're here for you. My tribute to OUC. You know, I was looking for one special person who's usually very easy to spot right down here, and he doesn't like it when we do this, but I do want to call him out this year because, hey, I can do it and there's nothing you can do about it anymore, Ken. For over 30 years, our CEO and general manager, Ken Kashanik, has served OUC, and he has announced his retirement this year. So I want you to practice your applause in salute to Ken. Ready? 1, 2, 3. With that, I hope that you're ready to get some downtown all over you. I'm amped up. Let's practice that applause one more time as we introduce the video. On 3, we'll give it up for the DTO show. 1, 2, 3.
Live from the Ace Cafe in downtown Orlando, the DTO Show. Starring Mayor Buddy Dyer. With special guests Thomas Chapman, Dominique Greco-Ryan, Doug Metzger. Featuring the Smoking Jackets. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our mayor and your host, Buddy Dyer.
right, the smoking jackets. So it's the smoking jackets, like the Ohio State University. That's right. The smoking jackets, and that's Josh, the band leader, and he's going to be my foil all day long. Welcome to the first ever DTO show. It's a great day to be in. It is a great day to be in Orlando. It's a great day to be in downtown Orlando. And this theoretically is the State of the Downtown Address. But we like to have fun when we do the State of the Downtown Address. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some really cheesy, and I'm talking like Velveeta, cheese whip cheesy, because my staff is very cheesy. So we're going to do our version of a nighttime talk show, except we're going to do it in the daytime at 3 o'clock, but that's so we can lead into happy hour. So did any of you see my appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? So see you can see it up here. I'm seeing it over there. See the big guy in the back? That guy's the Big Show, and he's like about 7 foot tall and about 500 pounds. So I was so happy in that phone booth thing that he went in the phone booth first, and then I squeezed in with him rather than the other way around. So having appeared briefly on The Tonight Show, that qualifies me to be a talk show host. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to be doing this. Okay, we also thought we would have the first DTO show in a really cool place. Josh, did you notice this is a really cool place?
I did. This is a really, really cool place, Mayor. Why are we here?
I'm so glad you asked that, Josh. See how good he is anticipating how to segue into the next part of this? The reason, Josh, that we're here at the Ace Cafe is such a good story for downtown. So the Ace, oops. Can you say that? That was, I know, that was accidental. That wasn't even built in as a joke. Okay, let's dispense with a couple more of those. So the Ace Cafe is an international brand, and they were looking for their first North American site, and they looked in all the cities that you would have thought, San Francisco and Chicago and Charlotte and Atlanta, and they found downtown Orlando, and they fell in love with downtown. So this is their North American headquarters and their first location in North America. How about that? So they're really a good story about what's next for downtown. We have a great shoe for you. Okay, how old is everybody? Anybody remember Ed Sullivan? Okay, it's just I didn't really sound like Ed Sullivan, I guess is the problem. And for those of you under, 40? They probably don't know who Ed Sullivan is. 50, okay. Okay, but we do have 3 really great guests that are going to carry the show for the poor old host that we have here. And we have the fabulous, the Smoking Jackets. Okay. That's Josh. On the drums, we have Alex. They didn't know I was going to introduce him. On the lead guitar, I guess, is Tim. On the other guitar, the second lead guitar, or maybe that's a bass, but it looks like a lead guitar to me. Okay, the bass guitar is Mark. And Julianne on the other stringed instrument. All right, time to get to our very first guest. So if you gave an award for the most stylish downtown resident, other than me, Our first guest would have won it 10 years in a row. More importantly, for this audience, he is the head of our Downtown Development Board. Please help me welcome Thomas Chapman. Can you guys in the back see Thomas's shoes? Anybody else sporting those out there? No, I didn't think so. Thomas, how's it going?
It was going real good to that thing about the shoes, Mayor.
They're nice. They're nice. I don't think I could carry those off.
It's going well.
I'm more on the boot side over here.
Sweet. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I appreciate being allowed to be the very first guest on the very first DTO show. Making a little history, I guess. Cheesy, right? Right? Cheesy. Wendy's cheesy, right? But I must admit, I'm a little nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Well, you know, usually I come out here and I get to go up to a podium and I welcome everybody and I talk about the theme for the program and maybe the venue we're in, and then I individually think about 7,000 people, and then I stroke some egos of some elected officials and some board members, and then I say, and stand with me now, DTO Nation, as we welcome the very best downtown mayor in America today, the Honorable Buddy Dyer. You know, I usually do that piece and I go sit down and get some popcorn and watch the show. But, you know, today I'm having to be interviewed by the mayor, who was my boss, in front of a live audience. This could go south real quick, you know, so.
Well, we could have you do that greatest mayor thing several times.
Oh, yeah, I can lean back
I tell you
on
what, look, you know what that is?
Softball.
Softball.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. There you go, go easy on me.
All right, so you have been the head of our Downtown Development Board for about 10 years. Right. What are some of the great accomplishments that have occurred during those 10 years?
Wow, we've been busy.
In
Mayor.
2 minutes.
As you know. When I got here, you were working on a 2003 strategic plan, and it basically said we wanted to go from a 9 to 5 downtown to a 24/7. So they asked for quality of life amenities, stay over here, ball. Some other essentials to support 24/7 downtown. The big thing was we needed more places for people to live. So you more than doubled the number of households in downtown during that time, from 5,900 to 12,500. So we checked that box. The key emphasis, however, from the strategic plan was that we reassert ourselves as a sports and entertainment destination, as you know. And so from that standpoint, you've gone from 1 pro team to now 4 pro teams, 4 fabulous community venues that we all know about, all clustered within a mile and a half of each other. And so that's allowed us to attract national events. You recall that we had the NBA All-Star Game back in 2012. We're now the home of the NFL Pro Bowl. We've had WrestleMania here twice. I saw all of you at the last one. I know you were there. Absolutely. So we still got March Madness, and last week we had FIFA, you know, we hosted a FIFA World Cup qualifier where Team USA thumped Panama. I know the president was happy, the rest of us were too. Even though last night not so
All right,
good.
that's enough patting ourselves on the back. Everybody out here has been part of that. What they really want to know, that was just giving you the softball.
All right.
What's next for downtown Orlando?
Well, you know, Mary, you insist on us having a plan and then implementing that plan. Of course, our current plan was crafted in 2005 with your assistance and direction. It's called Project DTO. And it has 10 big vision themes. I'll talk about just a couple of those now, 3 of them actually. First, it said that we wanted to be a great outdoor community. So, you know, we saved Constitution Green from being commercially developed and kept that and added a dog park. And that dog park has been so successful, Mayor, that we're now adding a dog wash at the dog park and lighting so you can use it 24/7 in our 24/7 downtown. And one surprise is, as you know, we've been working with a property owner to now put in a really cool interactive pocket park at the intersection of Orange and Robinson. It's going to have high caliber multimedia components to it, be very interactive, so some really good things coming from that standpoint of green space. Secondly, he said we need to be a great place for business. That's the one that's most exciting for me. Because as you know, we're working with the developer. Can we name the Magic? Can we?
You just did.
Okay, all right. Well, so we've been working, we're in advanced discussions with the Magic about their sports and entertainment district that's coming up. And one component of that will be a major hotel and convention center. And I'm excited about that because we're strong in people from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. with daily workers, and we're strong, very strong, from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. I'm just saying the nighttime economy is off the chain. But from 6p to 11p, we've got some opportunities to grow, and so having a convention hotel, and conventioneers here, thousands of them every year, will put people on the streets between 6 and 11, helps our restaurants and other entertainment venues, so I'm really excited about that. Finally, it said, the project detail said we wanted to be a city of the future, and for that I just say 2 words and everybody knows, and that's Creative Village.
Well, let's talk about Creative Village. I saw a number of people from UCF. Let's give UCF a little love.
All right, UCF.
So I'm really excited about Creative Village too. We're going to have the UCF campus and Valencia campus already broke ground. Eventually we'll have 7,000 students down there. Wow. Tell us what we can expect, Thomas.
Yeah, well, from an educational standpoint, as you just said, we've got, let's remember also that OCPS has put the new Academic Center for Excellence, the ACE school right there adjacent. It's a pre-K through 8. We already, of course, have Jones High in that community, and we have the Orlando Tech will be right there at Creative Village. And as we add in the UCF Valencia campus, we now, for the first time, will actually provide an opportunity for any child to start in pre-kindergarten and go all the way through community college, technical college, or university and get a graduate or postgraduate degree right here within the Paramore community. That's a heck of an accomplishment there. Really proud of that.
So Thomas, we talked about working in downtown and jobs. We've talked about learning in downtown. What about living in downtown in Paramore?
Living in Paramore has been a challenge, and it's been one of your high priorities. Housing obviously is one of the 5 pathways to Paramore that you set forth many years ago. And so happy to announce first, very, very soon, you and Commissioner Hill will be breaking ground on Amelia Court, which will be a component of Creative Village. And later, you and Commissioner Hill will be breaking ground on Paramore Oaks, right there on South Paramore Avenue. And between those 2 projects, we'll have approximately another 500 new high-quality mixed-use units or mixed-income units that is affordable and market coming into Paramore. So that's a plus. But on top of that, as you know, you've led the way for now and allowed the CRA to self-develop single-family homes in Paramore. And so again, this month, in about 2 weeks, Commissioner Hill and you, Mayor, will do groundbreaking on the first of several single-family 3- and 4-bedroom homes that we're going to make so that we reintroduce home ownership on a single-family basis into that once very proud and historic community. And we hope to continue that in the future. So check off housing for Paramore. We're getting there.
Okay, I've let you report on all good stuff so far, so we can't talk about downtown without talking also about the challenges. And one of the challenges that we have traditionally have is a large homeless population. True. But we've made some progress. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely we have, Mayor. And you remember a couple of years ago, you set a goal of 300 chronically homeless that needed to be housed by a certain date. We surpassed that date. I'm told now that we're over 408 chronically homeless within the city that have been housed, and 176 of those people were housed from the streets of downtown Orlando. And I mean, not just temporarily housed. They've been given long-term housing, their own apartments, and they're giving wraparound services to help meld them back into society and make them self-sufficient. I'm sure you're very proud of that. I know I am. It's the right thing to do, and our community is finally moving the needle on homelessness.
All right, that's fantastic, Thomas. Okay, we started with softball, end with a softball.
All right.
Thomas, what is downtown Orlando's best kept secret?
Wow.
They're all out there saying, pick me, pick me.
Well, you know, the first thought that comes to mind, the newest place, you know, is Mathers, a really cool speakeasy over on Magnolia. I think a lot of people are yet to discover the exquisite ambiance of Dovecote at the Bank of America building. After today, Ace won't be a big secret anymore. Everybody knows about it. It's so cool. But I think the best kept secret in downtown Orlando really is the people represented here, part of what I like to call the DTO Nation. So many people care about what happens in downtown. They love it, they support whatever we do, and they make it possible for us to make all the progress we make. They give us that enthusiasm, that momentum that is really, really the secret to our success. That's, I think, our best kept secret.
All right, thank you, Thomas Chapman.
Thank you.
So we will be right back after this commercial message.
Have you seen the fountain at Lake Eola? It's huge! Check out this lady's head. It's huge! Lake Eola swan boats are incredible. They're huge! Did you know there's almost a mile of walkway around Lake Eola? It's huge! Have you seen the feet on this guy? They're huge! Did you know that a swan's bill is larger than a duck's bill? That's huge! Have you seen the trees at Lake Eola? They're huge! Lake Eola bandshell, it's huge!
Visit Lake Eola. It's huge.
Have you seen the head on this guy? It's little. It's not really that big.
All right, welcome back. Man, they're fabulous. So, welcome back. We're going to start with our next guest.
Mayor, if I may, just for a moment, the Tonight Show is a variety show. They do a lot of things on there other than have guests. Do you think we might be able to play a game with the audience or something?
Well, all right, you know you're the band, right?
Right, Mayor.
And this is my show?
Right, but you have to banter with
Do you guys want to play a game? All right, we'll play a game. What do you got in mind?
Well, as you may know, I don't know if the camera can see my pen here, but I am a big fan of Ellen.
Of course you are.
Yes. So, I don't know if you guys have seen the Ellen Show, but has anybody seen them play Heads Up on the Ellen Show? Anybody? Yeah, right? So I was thinking maybe we could play Heads Up today. Do you know how to play?
No.
Well, let me tell you then, Mayor. So you'll come up, we'll have someone bring some cards out. You'll hold those cards up facing away from you on your head so you can't see them. We'll pick somebody completely at random from the audience who will come up.
Cards like these?
Those might be great.
Okay.
Yeah. And, they'll come up here, they'll try to act out and say words that are not on the cards and help you guess them. We'll give them 60 seconds and see how many they can get right.
You guys want to play that game? Okay, I need a random contestant to come help play this game. Any volunteers? Oh, you about 1, 2, 3, behind Billy Hadaway. Yes, you. What's your name?
Did you catch that, Mayor?
It's always Hahani. Yeah, it's always a hard name. I got that right, though, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, randomly picked Hahani. He was already conveniently mic'd up. You guys didn't even catch that, did you? Since you are already mic'd up, why don't you come be our contestant?
Might as well.
Mayor, I'm getting a special message from the eye in the sky there. Apparently, if Hani gets 5 right in 60 seconds, well, if you get 5 right with her help, everyone in the audience gets a prize today.
Hey, right here. Yeah.
You guys ever been on stage? They have tape up here marking spots, so Hayani knows where to stand, and then I have my position to stand as well. And that's so this camera guy over here can get me, and this camera guy can get Ani.
Yes.
No cheating, audience. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. All right, go.
Swan.
All right, it's the bus system. It's a free resource for the community in downtown.
Limo.
Yes, go. Oh, it's our basketball team.
Magic.
Yeah. It's a train system. The action of going
Sunrail.
on the What do you do on the Sunrail?
Travel.
No.
Like,
Next.
Well,
Pass.
he said Sunrail.
Pass.
Oh.
Riding on Sunrail.
It's where we have performances in
Dr. Phillips Center.
Yes. He's sacred to everyone in downtown. Sandwiches. They deliver sandwiches.
Jimmy John's.
Yes. Okay.
Bicyclist.
It's the activity at it's community. There's a band shell there. Oh, you're not supposed to look. You're not supposed to look. You eat. DOP runs this. You eat these items. You go to different restaurants in the
downtown dining series.
It's like that.
Something.
Close. Instead of normal pavement, you have little blocks in the road.
Brick streets.
Yes.
Brick streets.
Yes. There you go. You do this on Sunday from 11 to 2.
Go to church. Drink heavily at brunch.
Brunch. You did a good job.
Among all that mess, you actually got the there to get 5 right, so everybody gets a prize.
Everybody gets a prize.
Oh, thank you.
What?
All right, here they come, everybody.
Would anybody guess which song I requested that they play? That was it.
Just for you, Aaron.
I know, that was it. Okay, Josh, is it okay if I have a second person to interview?
I suppose.
Any more games?
Only if you want to.
Okay, we're good for now.
All right, fair enough.
All right, I always say that being mayor of Orlando is the best job in America, but I have to admit our next guest has a really cool job. And if my bedtime wasn't 9 to 10 o'clock, I might have applied myself. But please welcome Orlando's new night manager, Dominique Greco-Ryan. Go knock him down. How you doing, Dominique?
I am well. I was dancing backstage. Sorry, we didn't spin.
All right, not many cities actually have a night manager. Some people call them night mayors. We're not calling it the night mayor here, though. So,
We're definitely not.
tell us why your job's important.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me today, this afternoon. My job, I think, is really important because it is meant to look objectively at this industry that we already have around us in every corner of downtown and marry it with this busy local government body that we have. That marriage maybe wasn't all it can be. So I'm here and I'd like to think that I hit the ground running and I have a lot of support from both the nightlife community around me that I came from and also my new family at the city, so it's been really amazing.
So we had a really big search and had hundreds and hundreds of applicants, and Dominique rose above. She was the cream of the crop and is already doing a great job. So you heard Thomas talking about the 7,000 students that are going to be in our downtown, and just less than 2 years now. They'll be open in about 22 months. What does that mean for our nightlife, do you think?
I think that population, those new neighbors at Creative Village and the new students that are coming downtown are going to show us an instant demand for what it is that we may need more of downtown. You know, what do students like? They like weird stuff. You know, they like fast casual restaurants, lots of them, hookah bars, gyms, tanning. Hookah. You know hookah.
Y'all know hookah?
Hookah?
Everybody else does.
I'll show you. I'll show you later. So I think it's up to us as a community and as City Hall to prepare for them to live, work, and play, and just stay downtown. You know, we want to keep them downtown.
All right. One of the things that is most important if you're going to have a downtown nighttime economy is safety. How is OPD and our bar owners and you working together to make sure that we're safe in our downtown?
Well, as you know, before I actually came here, a nighttime economy committee was built around my position, since it is such a new position. So this committee is made up of 14 different local owners and operators we got small bar, large bar, Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, condo associations, apartment management companies, all types of things. And then we have another 14 of high-level city staff, and that does include OPD. And I think OPD has been super supportive and helpful and communicative, and I think our relationship's right where it needs to be.
Okay, Dominique, you get a softball question.
Softball.
So how do you, Dominique, like to experience downtown?
You know, I try to remain Switzerland. I think I have to in this position because I've seen a lot of downtown and I've been here a long time. But I will say that traveling now has given me an opportunity to look at other cities and what they're doing really well. Are they doing transportation really well? Are they doing public restrooms really well? And now I'm excited to bring that back to my platform and maybe share it with Orlando.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mayor.
Dominique, you did a great job, and we'll
Appreciate
be
it.
right back after these messages.
Hey, fellow swans! Coming soon, the new Paramore Farmers Market. Don't just wing it. Make plans to duck out of here and visit without further ado. So sashay your tail feathers to the new Paramore Farmers Market.
Hey man, you think these swans are gonna buy it?
Interstate 4. I've driven that road to work for years now. I loved driving it. I enjoy getting into my car, driving to work, rocking out to my music, and seemingly get into work in no time flat. All of that's changed now since Interstate 4 started the Ultimate Project. Now the roads are jammed. Coming into and leaving work, it's just stop and go traffic. Everyone's frustrated, and it's just not fun anymore. That's why I take alternative transportation. Its proven track record of relieving symptoms such as sitting in traffic and road rage leaves me feeling relaxed and ready for the workday. And with Huey Avenue being closed for a full 18 months, it's important that you also consider alternative transportation. It worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you too.
Alternative transportation. Proven fast relief from traffic jams, road closures, and road rage. Not taking alternative transportation could produce side effects that include drowsiness, extreme irritability, increased sweating, bouts of rage, headaches, slurred speech, Tourette syndrome, narcolepsy, nausea, upset stomach, diarrhea, constipation, vomiting, swelling hands and feet. Ask your doctor if alternative transportation is right for you. Chances are, the answer's yes.
So, welcome back. Have you given any thought to why the band is named the Smoking Jackets and they're not wearing smoking jackets?
Mayor, I told you earlier today, the dry cleaner lost them.
Okay.
We just don't have them.
That's his story and he's sticking to it. All right, one of our goals today is to give everybody an insider's look at different people that are behind the scenes in making our downtown work. So when you think about city planning, all right, most of you don't think about city planning ever, unless you're a developer, I suppose. But if you think about city planning, what do you think? Boring, right? Okay. But our next guest is going to change your opinion on that. While you might not know his name, his work is literally everywhere in downtown, and he's guiding what's exciting about our downtown. Isn't that cool to have Sunrail downtown too?
Sunrail salute.
So please help me welcome City of Orlando City Planner Doug Metzger.
Wow, so this is what life is like outside my cubicle. I need to get out more.
So is this what you guys thought a city planner looks like? Hold up your hands, Doug. How about that?
Some of you people may think that planning sounds boring, but the way I look at it, being the urban designer for one of the best downtown in the country means that I've got about the 1, 2, 3, 4th coolest job in downtown Orlando.
Good answer. Okay, so Doug takes care of the architectural look and feel of downtown, but more importantly, he makes sure that things
function. It's not just about how it looks, it's about how it functions. We like to focus on the private realm, the buildings and everything inside the buildings, and how they interface with the public realm, the right-of-way, the streetscape, the sidewalks. We want the interaction to be seamless and unobstructed. And we also look at the ground. We look at wanting to have active ground floor uses that make our streets livelier and safer, as well as things like sidewalk cafes and how they interact with the sidewalk. We look at signage, we look at lighting, we look at every detail from the ground to the sky. And once we're done looking at the ground, we do look up at the sky. The greatest cities on this planet have skylines that define them both day and night, and we want Orlando to have the same type of skyline that defines it in the same way. But what we spend a lot of our time doing is really designing for the things you don't want to see. It's about hiding the uglies. Designing parking garages that don't look like parking garages and have ground floor uses that activate the street. It's about hiding the things like the transformers, the backflow preventers, the HVAC equipment, the electric meters, and how we vent restaurants so we're not spraying grease all over people across the street. Sometimes we solve problems that you may not even know you have in ways you don't understand. Anyone notice the new cell phone antennas popping up downtown in the streets? But what I do know is when we do our job right, when I do my job right, no one ever really notices. But when I get it wrong, you get a lot of phone calls.
And fortunately, I don't get that many. So he's magic. Okay. One thing that I've learned, I've been mayor for 15 years, and some of the projects that we work on take a long time to come to fruition. And one that we've been talking about for quite some time now, but hasn't come to fruition because of the I-4 construction, is the Under Eye project. And Doug is our team leader on the Under Eye project, and I thought you would like to hear a little bit about the Under Eye.
I've worked on a lot of great projects, and I have to say the Under Eye is the coolest thing I've ever been involved with. As you notice the construction on I-4 today, if you came up Garland, the piers are taller, they're further apart, the bridges are wider. It's creating this great space underneath I-4 between Church Street and Washington that we've always called the Bridge District. And now we're designing an active urban park underneath that space that we call the Under Eye. It's got 5 theme blocks based on our heritage, sports, play, gathering spaces, and market spaces. And it's going to have a lot of activities. We've got everything from soccer fields to basketball courts, CrossFit facilities, ping pong tables. We've got a splash pad, a playground, an urban skate park, outdoor classroom spaces, and we even have some indoor community room spaces as well as staging for food trucks. So we're really excited about it. We think that it'll be a park for everyone. The under eye will be where both sides of downtown can come together and meet in the biggest space that's available, but isn't obstructed by I-4. And I really think in the future that the under eye will become the heart of downtown Orlando. We just have to wait till they finish building I-4 before we can build the park.
Doug, I know what every single person out there is thinking right now.
Sponsorships.
Sponsorships. Are there sponsorship opportunities?
Yes, there will be sponsorship opportunities. We will be looking for you guys in 2019 to help make this happen.
All right, last question. Here's your softball. So, looking ahead for downtown, other than the under eye, what most excites you?
Well, I've only been with the city for 6 years, but I've worked downtown for 30 years now. And to me, what I'm most excited about is that I think Paramore's finally hit the tipping point. I mean, you heard Thomas, we've got an influx of the education opportunities, new housing opportunities. I'm seeing the smaller businesses that are coming in and redeveloping their properties, upgrading their properties. So I really think what we're at now is the beginning of the Paramore Renaissance, and I'm really looking forward to see what happens there in the next 10 or 15 years.
Me too. Thank you, Doug, and let's give our special guest one more big round of applause. Okay, before we wrap up our DTO show, we have some special guests in the audience that I would like to give a shout out to. No mayor in America has better partners than our city commissioners, and a number of them are here with us today. So I believe I see Jim Gray, Robert Stewart, Regina Hill, and Sam Ings. Would you guys stand and give them a little love? We also have other elected officials with us. So we have Mayor Jacobs, Scott Randolph, and Rick Singh. Thank you guys for being here. All right, so I have about 30 minutes worth of thank yous that we usually do towards the end of this, but since we've been doing this talk show thing, I'm gonna stick with that format and say thank you a little bit differently. And since we're sticking with the Tonight Show, have you seen the Jimmy Fallon thank you note part of that? You guys up for that? All right, Julianne, I'm gonna need a little thank you note music, I believe. Sweet. If you're sensitive, you may not want to stay for the entire. You ready? Thank you, I-4 Construction. We love our downtown skyline, and you give us an extended look at it every single day. For those of us that have been here for a while, thank you, downtown developers. Without you, I'd still be using my VIP pass to Club Paris. Thank you, Unwind Wednesdays. Because of you, mixing large amounts of alcohol and poor judgment isn't just for weekends anymore. Thank you, Harbor House, for giving me the opportunity to annually wear my red stiletto heels, this time in public. Thank you, Juice Bikes, downtown bike lanes, walking trails, parks, and other places to get exercise. Sincerely, Buddy Dyer, 35 pounds ago. Those were called making fun of yourself jokes. Thank you, Insomnia Cookies, for bringing warm cookies to us in less than 10 minutes. How does one go about getting a franchise in New Jersey? Sincerely, Chris Christie. How did that get in there? It turns out I love Republican jokes. Thank you, John Morgan. Just thank you, John Morgan, for all of your work to legalize marijuana. Sincerely, Insomnia Cookies. All right, go with this one a little bit. Thank you, Orlando Pride, for showing us all what a postseason actually looks like. I think I should have mentioned to the Magic that I was doing that one. Or Orlando City Lions as well. Okay. Thank you, Hamburger Marys, for putting the balls in balsamic vinegar. That was the band's contribution. They suggested that one. Okay, only two more. Come on. Thank you, Trend Studios, where I get my hair cut. Otherwise, you'd all be stuck looking at this guy. Doug was saying that his hair was bigger than that.
So is mine, Mayor.
Finally, thank you to everyone here for enduring my unique sense of humor. We hope you had a great time today. Thank you all for coming today. It looks like I will be keeping my day job as mayor after all. Although we just got a call from NBC and they're considering replacing Ellen with the DTO show. So good news, man.
I'll be crushed.
All right, let's give it up for these fabulous smoking jackets one more time. And we want to thank the Ace Cafe for opening up their house and now opening up their bar. The bar is open. Thank you for coming. Woo!
She was an American girl, raised on promises. She could never think that there was a little more life somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world with lots of places to run to. And if she had to die,